Joining us in Washington, Lieutenant Colonel Ralph Peters, Fox News strategic analyst. Of all the things that I mentioned in the lead, what's the most dangerous to you, Colonel?
Well, the most dangerous thing is what you alluded to but didn't mention, and that's the collapse of America's strategic capability under the Obama regime. Now, of the specific cases, Bill, long-term I'd worry most about China. Mid-term, boy, you better worry about Iran's continuing nuclear program, because it is going to start a significant war in the Middle East that could spread. Short term, of course, and it plays to the loss of American credibility, Syria. Not only because on our watch, over 160,000 people have died, 160,000 plus, but also the president's empty threats encouraged bad actors around the world, including Vladimir Putin. And strategically, beyond our shores, the number one issue I worry about is Putin establishing or re-establishing the precedent that you can invade a neighboring country with military force and pay no penalty. I'll tell you, Bill, our strategic position is in an absolute shambles. It's amazing the speed with which, under Obama, it's collapsed.
Well, both you and I, when Putin first went into Crimea, we both said the same thing, that if you don't punish Putin and you don't punish him hard, then the other bad people in the world will react. Now, I just want to point out that Human Rights Watch, very liberal organization, are the ones that are saying that Syria is continuing to use gas, even after they made the deal that Syria wouldn't. So that's bull. The negotiations in Iran are supposed to come to fruition in July, but Iran's made it quite clear they're not going to stop enriching uranium, and that means that Israel may bomb them. And then in China, and you say that in the long run, and I want to get your opinion on this, is the most dangerous. China's basically saber-rattling all around the South China Sea so it can control the shipping lanes there. It's taking, it's already taken territory from the Philippines, threatening to take territory from Japan, threatening to take Vietnam's water rights away from them. So China, I mean, that's the big dog here. And you say you see a threat.
Well, I do, because there has been a truly profound geostrategic change in East Asia and the Pacific. For its thousands of years of complex and often distinguished history, China was always inward-looking. It wasn't out to conquer the world. Now we're suddenly, in a blink, almost overnight in strategic terms, dealing with a China with global aspirations, a China that's funding Cuba and Ecuador, involved financially in Panama, that's buying vast tracts of mineral wealth in Africa, and it's just a player. It's a global player, and so that doesn't mean we automatically must go to war with China at some point. But China is aggressive in ways it never was before, and nobody in Washington takes it seriously. But then, in Washington today, nobody wants to take anything seriously that threatens us. It's just the Obama administration just wants foreign policy to go away. And you know what, Bill? It doesn't.
Do you believe that under President Obama, that we have lost the respect of the world? I mean, are we still respected overseas?
No, and I can put it very simply to you. First of all, Obama wants to be loved, and Americans want to be loved. Great powers are never loved. They're often hated out of sheer jealousy. What our rational goals should be around the world, unwavering goals should be to be trusted by our allies, respected by neutrals, and feared by our enemies. Today, we are not trusted by our allies, we're not respected by neutral, and we are not feared by our enemies. Thank you, President Obama.
All right, Colonel, thank you very much.